All right, members of the culture. I am Ra and you are here. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Hope everything is going fine for you in whatever part of the world you may be in, at whatever time it might be. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking time out of your day to be here with us for another episode of Let's Talk About It Then. And what are we talking about? If we have an episode of Let's Talk About It Then, that means we're reviewing something. If we're reviewing something, that means we got 5 points to cover. Those 5 points are cool: articulation, price, display, and accessories. Now, those 5 topics correspond to a character. What character might that be? Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, my main man, Bizarro, right? Gold label exclusive. I think he was Walmart. That's my man, Bizarro, right there. Right? DC Classics Bizarro, which you can see. So for those of you that did not know, but we had the OG Bizarro that had the bigger kind of wider head with the flat buzz cut. He has hair here, but it says his head's nowhere near as enlarged as that one. At least that's just me. I think that one has the OG one has an enlarged head with a buzz cut. But this is the DC Classics Bizarro right here. Cool figure, but we're gonna go ahead and get him on the stand and talk about it. Yes, as with the Superwoman, Woman of Tomorrow, I have another copy. So therefore, this is my unopened to stay in my collection. We will be covering our 5 topics here with him. So since you know that I've got five on it. Let's get into this. Let's go ahead and talk about it. First up, cool. Bizarro is a different type of a character. For those that don't know, he's kind of basically the opposite of Superman. They kind of portray him as an idiot, and just being honest with you, but the kind of a backwards Superman. And but he actually is kind of a cult favorite. If you talk to most people, a lot of the DC collectors like Bizarro. And I can't lie to you. As weird as he is, I do dig Bizarro. I do. So I think he's a cool part of the lore. If you grew up watching the Super Friends like me, and I'm dating myself, and Super Friends, that's where you see those new characters that are coming out there on the retro card, those small ones, the Superpowers line. I think they're basically the Super Friends from that cartoon, from the Hall of Justice and so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about. But yes, Bizarro's got a long history with Superman and DC in general. But he is cool. He scores 15 points. Next up, articulation. I won't belabor this point. He is well articulated. I won't lie to you. I mean, he is. However, he has something that I covered in this last video, so I won't harp on it this time. But Todd, in this last year you have left, just do me a favor. We are so past these ball joints, so can we stay away from the ball joints in the hands and the feet? Can we stop doing these tomatoes between the foot and the ankle? Can we stop doing that? I mean, the leg and the foot. Can we stop doing the tomato right there? And on the ball joints? Can we stop with the tennis ball between the fist and the arm? Can we let the tomatoes and tennis balls go? Please. Otherwise, it's an awesome figure. Just being honest with you, I don't have a problem in the world with it outside of that. But let's move forward. 10 points articulation. Next up, price. Now, Bizarro, unlike Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, was not part of the truck, so he should have been readily available for you to get, even as a gold label. He was also more in line with your standard Marvel Legends price, so he was around 20 to 22 bucks, depending on where you are. Got him for $20. So price, all right, 15 points there. Next up, display. I think Bizarro. Now he comes with a flight stand. I won't spoil everything, but you can display Bizarro in so many cool ways, right? Because he's always backwards. So a lot of people tend to display him upside down. I know that sounds crazy, but if you know the history of Bizarro, if you've ever watched the Super Friends show, you understand it tends to make sense when it comes to Bizarro, right? He displays well, 7-inch scale. He'll fit in with all the DC multiverse characters. You won't have an issue with him. He should fit in with one of the 17,000 Supermen that you should have in your collection right now. 15 points there on display. Last but not least, we have the accessories, right? So when it comes to accessories, Bizarro does not do bad. He really doesn't. He does come with this really cool necklace that says Bizarro #1. So see his, what do you call it, ice? So you see his ice and his Jesus piece right here? There it is right there, Bizarro #1. He's got that, which is pretty cool. He does have two flight hands because he has two fists by default. Bizarro does come on a stand. He has your the typical stand. Like I said, you can also display him upside down, and he has his collector's card. He is a cool figure. I will not lie to you. Cloth soft goods cape, which is always welcome. You guys know I love a cloth soft goods cape with a wire as opposed to a regular rubber cape. His cape is really good. It's not too shiny. It's similar to the Supergirl cape where they just got that just right amount of sheen. Not quite matte, but a little bit of sheen, but not glossy and like distracting. It works real well. So accessories, my man Bizarro scores 15 points. Giving Bizarro a score of 70. So he's 5 points higher than Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and that's really his edge is in his price. As I said, $20 versus 40. You got to give him the edge right there, right? So he scores 70 points. Good figure, folks. I would definitely tell you to go pick him up. If you know the lore, that helps a lot. You know, I think it's a cool character. If you look at it from a distance, you're kind of like, man, what is this weird? Who is this weird dude? Why is this S backwards and so forth? But Bizarro is a cool character. I think he goes in. If you call yourself, if you're a DC collector, I feel like there should be a spot in your collection for Bizarro, unless you hate him. That's your business. Your figures, your collection, collect how you want. Me personally, I could not have a DC collection without him. I am on the hunt for the old Bizarro, the one I told you about earlier. I will have that one, and that one will be reviewed too on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, definitely Bizarro, I think, worth your money and worth the purchase. We got some more cool stuff coming to the channel this week. Be on the lookout. We've already dropped the podcast for this episode 3, but we've got some cool stuff that's definitely coming this week. Some surprises are on the way. That's all that I can tell you. I wish I could tell you more. I can't. But I do have some surprises coming. But as far as this review goes, let me know what you think. Are you a fan of Bizarro? Had you ever seen him before? Did you know about him? Are you gonna collect? Are you gonna cop this Bizarro? Is he a yes? Is he a no? Maybe. Whatever you're thinking, let me know in the comments section. Just please keep it classy. While you're keeping it classy down there in the comments section, please do us a favor and give us a like and go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and join the culture and share this. Help us get the message out there so that we can get as many members of the culture in as we can. Folks, thank you so much for your time today. And until we meet again, as I always say, please continue to stay collecting. Please continue to stay tuned. And above all, for myself, Big Lou, and Bizarro, please continue to stay great.